If Yale wins, the Bulldogs tie the Crimson for the Ivy League title.
We're 8-1. We're really lucky to be a part of this thing.
Live SportsCenter continues. Game day will be a part of the oldest sports rivalry in America as undefeated Harvard hosts 8-1 Yale tomorrow. One man who has taken part in this rivalry, former Yale and Dallas Cowboys running back Calvin Hill, who joins us live on the phone. And Calvin, what does this rivalry mean to you?
Well, it means a whole lot, you know. In fact, I would imagine Yale men and Yale women all over the world are hoping that, 36 hours from now, we'll be able to say that we beat Harvard. It's a very important game in terms of bragging rights. We compete in so many different areas. In terms of who has the best academic reputation, who has the best law school, and so it's important. It's important on Wall Street. It's important in Washington. It's important in most of the cities, because there's a little rivalry. We always consider Harvard as a safety school.
Calvin, is this clearly that's trash talking? Is this the week where you're trash talking with Harvard friends? Do you take part in that?
Well, not really. Not really. It's funny. My last game actually was a tie. It was a 29-29 tie, very famous game, and. The Harvard people, they consider that tie a victory. And the Harvard Crimson has said, yeah, Harvard beats Yale 29-29. And so, you know that in sports lore, a tie is like kissing your sister. So we don't celebrate those kinds of things.
Yeah,
they do it.
And Calvin, to that, because that famous headline, they called it a Harvard win because they scored 16 points in the final 42 seconds. Does that still bug you, that tie?
It bothers me a little bit, It's interesting. We were all back at Yale for the 100th anniversary of the Yale Bowl last weekend for the Princeton game. And, we had a couple guys from my team, the 68 team, there, and we sort of looked enviously at the players from the 1960 team, which was undefeated and untied. We don't celebrate ties like the people up in Cambridge.
Calvin, can you give us a prediction? I know where you're going, but I want to hear what the score is going to be.
Well, someone once said, never say what you need not unless you have to prove what you cannot. The only thing I'm looking forward to is, Yale being on top. It doesn't matter if it's by a lot or by 1 point. Then we'll celebrate, If it's a tie, we won't celebrate like they do in Cambridge.
Well, thankfully, there's a new system in college football. There are no ties, so we will not see a tie tomorrow. But for your sake, I know you'll be rooting for Yale getting a victory. Yale and Dallas Cowboy great Calvin Hill, thank you so much this morning.
Okay, and enjoy. Thank you.